Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Planet Tyro. I'm your host, Donald Wonder. It's time for some more TV talk. Now, from the end of 2015, there was a show I started watching, I started to catch up on, which was a show I was very excited to finally sit down and watch, because so many people have been praising the show for years. And one of the actors in the show, Kerry Russell, you guys probably remember from when I spoke about Felicity, I was actually really excited to see her in a completely different role. And the series I'm going to be talking about is The Americans. The Americans is an FX TV series that ran from 2013. It's still going on. There's just 3 seasons currently. It got greenlit for a 4th. And I thoroughly enjoyed the show. If you don't know what The Americans is about, it's about a man and a woman. They're an American family. This American couple are living the good old family American dream life with their 2 children, decent jobs. But the thing is, they're actually KBG agents working in the time of the Cold War in 1980s. They're spies. They're doing things against America. They're trying to save Mother Russia. And this is a very intriguing, very intense drama, crime drama about this couple, these spies going against America. And you know, growing up, we've seen so many movies about these Russians, these KGB agents being the bad guys. So now we're seeing it from the perspective of these 2 characters that are quote unquote the bad people, the people that are going up against America, which is usually what we see as the bad people. So I don't want to get into spoilers, so I just want to give you my overall thoughts on the show. This show is very well executed, and usually I'm not really that. Throughout my life, the Cold War is a part of history I've never been really interested about. When the movies do it, it's always the spies, 007 or some other spies going up against these agents and just killing them. But this is very thought-provoking, because we see these Russians that have given up their life, 20 or 30 years of their life, pretending to be American. They're under deep cover, and this couple, they're married, they've actually had kids with each other. You couldn't get more serious, but they are hardcore. They kill people, they run all these scams, all this espionage. And the actors, let me start with the actors. What is it? Matthew Rhys and Kerry Russell. These 2 are absolutely phenomenal. And Kerry Russell, let me start with her. She is such a dynamically cold woman, and the actress, the person she portrays, has layers, but she comes off as a very die-hard, Mother Russia loving, hardcore patriot for Russia, and she doesn't fuck about. Now Matthew Rhys is more of the kind of, I don't want to say convert, but he's been he sees the good side of America as well, but he still loves his country. Kerry Russell's hardcore. Matthew Rhys is kind of, he's doing his job, but he doesn't see things as black and white as Kerry Russell. And the dynamic between these 2 are absolutely fantastic, because the first season on a whole, it just got me in there. I mean, the pilot episode didn't waste any time. There's a lot of sex in here. The show is just, I think it's done something. I think it's dealt with the Cold War in a very intriguing way, but it isn't bubblegum. It isn't just the action side of it. They deal with the politics in a very realistic way, and it's very mature. And the cinematography of the series is shot so well. The action scenes are good. There is a lot of espionage, but I don't want to say hand-to-hand fighting. But the 2 actors that are the main 2 actors, Kerry Russell and Matthew Rhys, they've gone through. When you watch them, you believe them. You believe the intrigue, and all through the 3 seasons, there's ups and downs in what they're doing, in a lot of the projects they're doing, and it's tense. It's palpable. I was watching the show and I was like, there isn't a dull moment. I have to say, this is one of the most consistently executed shows I've seen on television. And it's just a bit of everything. You've got the action, you've got the suspense, you've got the love, you've got the romance, you've got the betrayal. And apart from the 2 main characters, you've got the FBI agent, you've got another KBG agent. I don't want to get into spoilers, but all the acting is so good. It's just really, really, really good. I find it hard to fault the show, because even though I've finished season 3 now, it's been consistent. Just consistent. It stayed at that level, and it's just maintained for years. And if you look at the reviews online, you know what, it even won a Primetime Emmy. And it's just because it's rarely you see a show keep at a steady tempo, and this show just always kept me engaged and entertained. And I will say the first season there was a few things about it I was like like the fact they were living next to the FBI agent. It reminded me of Breaking Bad, that, you know, the guy who could find you right under your nose. But one of the things I like, they didn't even, that's a part of the show, but the FBI agents and these two are kind of, they got their own thing going on, that they're related, and, you know, a lot of the stuff they do is in each other's circles, but the clashes that they come between within the 3 seasons, it's believable. It's not one of them shows where they dangle, oh my god, he can find out any time. They get rid of that in like the first couple of episodes, which I really liked. But Elizabeth, Kerry Russell's character's got stuff going on. Matthew Fiennes' character's got stuff going on. Actually, Matthew Fiennes' character's got so much going on that I'm just, this show is, oh god, I don't know, man. I could ramble on and on and on. And obviously, I would have really loved to do this video with Nuance, because she really has a lot to say on the show, but, you know, time constraints, and I need to just catch up and tell you guys what I think of the show. If you haven't watched The Americans, I think if you watch the first few episodes, you know it's for you. It's got a bit of everything. It's got a lot of action, a lot of sex, a lot of intrigue, a lot of the political realism that deals with the time, but the show does things in an original, believable way, and it makes it interesting and compelling. And what else can you ask from a television show? For it to be realistic, entertaining, and just intriguing. And this is a great crime drama. Honestly, in the grand scheme of things, it's not like a super marvelous show for me per se. I just think it's very good, and it stays at that very good level. It never stood out to me as super outstanding, but I was engaged. I was entertained throughout the show, throughout the show's life. And at the end of season 3, it wasn't a cliffhanger, but it was like, shit's gonna get real. I could see this series going on for another 4, maybe 5 seasons, because they haven't introduced a new character, but one of the characters have stepped up a tier, and, you know, it keeps on building up the ante. And, you know, I could ramble on and on about the show, but guys, you know, a lot of you guys on Planet Tyro wanted to hear my thoughts on it. It's a really good show. I'm gonna give it a low first class. Seriously, like I said, it didn't grab me like it's riveting, but it's really, really good. I couldn't give it a solid B, because for its genre, for its attempt at telling a story of the Cold War, it's the best. Everyone said it, you can't get better than this. I mean, the last thing I saw that touched on something like this was that Angelina Jolie movie Salt, and it's got everything that movie had, those elements in this series, but it's even more interesting. And I don't want to ruin Salt for you, but Salt has a lot of that. If you watch Salt, there's a lot of those that movie's elements in the series, and this series has done a lot better than Salt, to be honest, because Salt didn't end. So, you know, she's another. Well, anyway, I nearly spoiled the movie, but anyway, guys, let me know what you think of The Americans down below. Leave a comment down below. Love it, hate it, you haven't even watched it. This is one of them shows, I think you're gonna watch a few episodes and decide whether you like it or it's just not for you. But overall, I think it's one of the best crime dramas in recent years. It's consistent. It stayed at that level of consistency for years, and I'm looking forward to season 4. So anyway, guys, I'm happy to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Again, if you like the video, if you like the comments, because I'm getting more into these TV shows of recent years, because I'm watching a lot at the moment. Stay tuned, because we're going to see a lot more. And on that note, hit that subscribe button to get the content straight to your YouTube feed. Hit an annotation on the right to all the stuff we do, TV shows, animation, books, you know what we do here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Peace out.